himself. Would it not be wisdom to have made arrangements with the Mandarin in the first place? To come at his invitation?
We want all of China evangelized, but this must be in God's time. Many of us see the wisdom of establishing strong bases in the coastal areas, then moving into the interior.
Are you really suited for the interior, Mr. Taylor? You were ill for a week with dysentery before Mr. Burden and you went on this trip. You couldn't find an established mission who would send you here, so you came independently. Isn't that correct?
I was looking for a mission that would send me to the interior.
Why didn't you volunteer for the army? Then at least you would have had a gun for protection.
Mr.
Thank you, sir.
Perhaps medical missions will be the arm our Lord uses to open all of China to the gospel.
I understand there is a Dr. Parker and his family coming here to work with you. Have you given any thought to living quarters for them?
I have.
John! Oh, there you are!
Good to see you again, John. And you, Hudson. Please. You shouldn't let people like Miss Wilson disturb you so, Hudson. I try to respect others' viewpoints, John. And I don't mean to be a renegade, but I just had to be closer to the people. Did he tell you? He's interested in opening a clinic and possibly even a hospital in Ningpo. That's hardly the interior, but at least it's out of Shanghai. I have a special interest in Ningpo, remember? I've asked God but for two things, John. A ministry to China is unreached. And a wife. I need a wife, John. 1,000 pardons. I brought some mail for you. It's England. What the servants are like. What comforts and conveniences she can expect. Medical mission surely is a real key to opening all of China to the gospel, Dr. Parker.
It's exciting to think about.
Hudson certainly sees the potential.
你看这红毛鬼，真的红毛鬼。红毛鬼。
How do we identify with these people? How would people back in England react if a couple of those chaps came walking across Trafalgar Square? We English were the lost ones and the Chinese the Christians. Most of us wouldn't listen to the gospel either, would we?
You could abandon Western dress, put on Chinese clothes.
I thought about that. But how would I look shaving my head and wearing a pigtail? You would be as peculiar as Miss Aldersey. Who's Miss Aldersey?
Hudson. There she is, the inimitable Miss Aldersey of Ningpo. As Barella tells me, she's not peculiar, just singular.
Actually, she's the top line of the social register as far as what you can and cannot do in this community.
Doesn't she have a school for girls?
Runs it like a military regiment. Students and teachers alike.
This Burella Dyer of whom you speak, isn't she one of the teachers in Miss Alders's school?
Temporarily. I have higher plans in mind for Miss Dyer's future.
Doesn't she have a sister Hudson should be introduced to? Now, the only young lady who interests me is back in England.
But from what I've heard you say, it's not at all certain this girl in England will ever come to China. So what's the harm in your at least meeting Maria Dyer?
We'll join the everlasting throng and crown him Lord of all. I'm sure you have all met Dr. Parker and are as interested as I am about the prospect of opening a medical work here in Ningpo.
Before I say anything about the possibilities here in Ningpo, I'd like you to meet my associate. He's a medical man himself and predates me here in China, Hudson Taylor. I'm sure you'll all want to meet Mr. Taylor personally before you leave.
I'm a churchman myself, Mr. Taylor. But I'm your business agent, not the director of your mission. I'm pleased to hear of the good time you had in Ningpo. But unless your mission back in London, whatever it's called, unless your people attend to our affairs more discreetly, you won't be performing divine service anywhere. Might I suggest you not thank God for this? Thank the patience of my superiors, who were willing to grant you another temporary loan, since there is nothing in your account. We're all impressed with the way you live by faith, as you say. But faith in itself won't buy much rice, will it?
Perhaps I shouldn't take the money.
Oh, take it, Mr. Taylor. We trust you. It isn't that. There's a ship due in from Liverpool on Wednesday, I believe. Perhaps there will be some mail from your mission.
Why can't I just abandon myself in the will of God?
Are you there, Hudson?
John, come in.